Guys, I'm going to show you quickly how to make a snowflake in Illustrator. This was my last one. I am just in an Illustrator document. I'm going to click artboards and I'm going to drag and create a new artboard. And I'm actually going to make this one 3.5 by 3.5, just so I can remember that's the size I want my snowflake to be. I'm going to zoom in and I'm just going to start with the pen tool with a black stroke, no fill. And I'm going to click somewhere and I'm going to hold down shift and click somewhere above it to make a stroke. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go up to stroke here and make it thicker. I am in Workspace Essentials Classic. So this is just the first branch of the snowflake. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my pen tool and I'm going to go to one side of this branch and I'm just going to start making kind of what I think looks like snowflake shapes. And you're welcome to look up inspiration. That's totally fine. I'm just going to kind of throw some things in here. If I want, I can also grab some other shapes and kind of maybe I'm adding like some little dots in here. I don't know why, I just think that'd be cute. Like that. I'm going to grab these two dots though, and I'm going to make them strokes instead. Or sorry, fills instead. That's what I meant to say. And basically anything you're designing right now will be cut out. That's the plan. It's going to be cut out of the vinyl. Okay, so I don't even know what I made, but let's work with it. Grab all my stroke stuff and just make sure they're the same stroke. Okay. I think I don't like those circles. I'm going to get rid of them. I don't like them. What I might do is add a circle, and I'm going to go to Effect, Distort and Transform, Pucker and Bloat, because maybe I want these to look like kind of star shapes. Oops. That's cute. I like that. I'm going to click on this star shape and I'm going to go Object, Expand Appearance, which what that does is it makes it so that what we see is what's lined by the path. It makes this an actual shape. Okay, so let's say that's good. I'm going to grab everything on the side. So I don't want to grab the main line. I just want to use my black selection arrow and grab everything that's on the right side. I'm going to click O, which automatically switches to my reflect tool. And I'm going to hold down Alt and click the center line. And then I want to make sure it's on vertical and click copy. There, it just copied over. Now I want to grab all this. And what I'm going to do is go to Object, Repeat Radial. And it automatically pops it into kind of a radial system. And here I can mess with these toggles to make more or less branches. This middle white circle here, I can click and drag and move the branches in close to each other so they're touching. And if things look funky, you can always use your black arrow and double click on this. And what it'll do is it double click a few times. Oops, went back one, two more. So I'm gonna go up to this gray bar and click the back arrow. You can edit your line. So I could choose to kind of get rid of some of these lines if I thought they weren't really helping, and it affects it everywhere. So I can even kind of go in and move these around, change up how I want my snowflake to look. I kind of want to make the lines thicker, so I'm going to grab my lines. I'm going to go up to my stroke and make them a little bigger. I also can click on the stroke right here, the stroke word itself, and I can click round cap and round join, which makes it so that it's a little softer. I'm going to move my little star in a little bit. Maybe I'm going to hold down Alt and click and drag and make a copy of the star. Perfect. So this is when I can just kind of get creative and I can just add more and more kind of to my snowflake until it looks the way I want. Like that. I think I'm going to take one of the stars and make them a little bit bigger on the inside. Maybe add a few branches, and snowflakes are all unique and different, right? So you can make it look however you want. Oops, messed up there. About that. I think I've decided I don't like the stars as much, maybe just one star. And I'm going to add a little more kind of branches here. Oops, I'm on fill, that's why it's really small, so I gotta switch it to stroke, turn it up a little bit. Here we go. And I think what it needs is another branch right here. I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna get like a curved branch. Because who's saying that I can't do something weird like that? All right. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like the curved branch look. And if I want, I can click on this branch. And if I click 0, I get my reflect tool and I can hold down Alt to click the center, click copy, and I can make a copy of that. And here I've made kind of this cool snowflake, and I can click back here, click back one more time and click on this. It's still a radial. I just was inside affecting the branch. I can still drag and create multiple more cuts. So see, the more you drag, it gets kind of wonkier and wonkier. You don't want too many because then it doesn't really look like a snowflake. You can click and drag these out if you want, but usually we want them touching in some way. We want the branches touching a little bit. So I think I've figured out that I like just like four branches on mine looks good. Okay. And then if I'm like, okay, sweet, I want to print this, I'm going to make it so that it fits in the artboard. So I'm just going to kind of fit it the best I can, like that. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is grab everything. I'm going to go to Object, Expand. And the reason we have to do this is because the circuit cutter is going to cut the paths that it reads. And if you hit Control Y, you can see those are the paths, but we don't want that because we want it to have the actual shape. So we need to convert this to a shape, not paths. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to go Object, Expand, click it once, and then see, we can see it's still the strokes right now. We want it to be a path. We want it to be a whole shape. So we're going to go Object, Expand a second time. Perfect. If we click Control Y, we can see the skeletal view. And you see, we got the shapes now, but look at all those overlapping. So those all will be cut, which will just make a super messy vinyl sticker. So I'm going to hit Control Y to get out of that, grab it all again, and I'm going to go to my Pathfinder. There we are. And I'm going to click the first one that says Unite. So now if I hit Control Y, I'll see it's all a very clean shape. Okay. So then to turn it into me so that I can print it, you're going to go File, Save As, and save on your computer. And you're going to go ahead and you can do Adobe PDF or Adobe Illustrator. Okay. And that's how you're going to save it and you're going to turn in. Don't worry, it can be black, it can be whatever color, it doesn't matter. The vinyl cutter does not care what color it is. All it cares about is these paths because that's what it's going to cut. Awesome. Good luck making snowflakes.